Over the past few days, a privacy debate has started ravaging over WhatsApp again. The point of contention is a new set of terms of services which has been floated by WhatsApp to all users on their apps. It has been pushed as a notification of sorts where users are getting this new terms of service and privacy policy, learning for the first time that beginning February 8th, WhatsApp is going to start sharing some user data with their parent company Facebook. Now this comes as a seismic shift for WhatsApp, which was initially started and conceived as an app that stands for open, free and private communication. Over time, WhatsApp also got end-to-end encryption after it was acquired by Facebook, and the Facebook group, spearheaded by Mark Zuckerberg, has always held firm that it deems WhatsApp as a beacon of privacy, and communication for everyone will always be private, and WhatsApp will always fight for the privacy and fair communication rights of people. However, its new terms of services has created quite a bit of stir across all sectors of the industry. Analysts are of the opinion that selling user data to Facebook, or rather sharing certain parts of user data such as name, status and other sort of public info, is not the best idea and is not in the best interests of individuals. WhatsApp, for instance, is treated as a private communication app where people expect everything about themselves to remain private. Now, the point of contention is not that there is end-to-end encryption or the lack of it. The point of contention is this note of data sharing and the kind of interweb of services which Facebook is creating. It is using data of all available forms from users to create a digital map of you, the user, and the new terms of services reflect just that. It says that certain parts of your data, not your messages, not your communication, but a lot of other parts of it which are still vital and identifiable, are going to be shared by Facebook, and Facebook can then source that data to advertisers in order to maximize their revenue. In other words, Facebook is trying to earn money from WhatsApp, and while analysts have often stated that a company can't be blamed for trying to earn money off their service, and the fact that WhatsApp is free and users can't really have a right to say that a certain service should always remain free, this move is looked as a derogatory way to go forward in the monetization strategy. This might not really work well in terms of how WhatsApp appears in front of people. Apps like Telegram and Signal have come up to the front, with Signal in particular has been endorsed by people like Edward Snowden as a private secure communication app, and Signal in particular offers end-to-end encryption and has a holistic approach to privacy, which many privacy-centric users would find very interesting. There are no ads on Signal, and data sharing is not a problem on this private communication app so far, which has seen a fair bit of migration start from WhatsApp to Telegram and Signal in the recent times. WhatsApp is already used by a lot of businesses and personalities to stay in touch with their customers or their fan followers, and even businesses like Make My Trip and many other mass services use WhatsApp to reach out to customers to send vital information. On this note, will you find it easy to migrate away from WhatsApp? Because WhatsApp has over 2 billion users around the world, that's 25% of the world's population, and it has over 400 million users in India. That is a massive chunk of India's internet users. On this note, it might not be very easy for people to migrate away from WhatsApp to other apps like Telegram and Signal, even though the aspect of privacy is something that will be very vital for everyone to consider.
Now, German premium car maker BMW is set to launch a brand new car in the Indian market really soon in the form of the BMW 3 Series Grand Limousine. Now, the Grand Limousine in its name is meant to signify that it is the longer stretched out version of the BMW 3 Series, which means it aims to be better value for money for the money that you are going to be spending on a premium luxury sedan, plus some additional features along with the additional space that it offers. So has BMW cracked it? Well, Arjit is finding out next.
So the car I have with me today is not your regular BMW 3 Series. It's not the BMW 3 Series Grand Coupe either, as that model has been discontinued globally. Now given its length, you might think it's the 5 Series, which it is not. The car I have with me is the new BMW Grand Limousine, which is actually an extended wheelbase version of the 3 Series. Let's have a detailed look at it. The thing with the 3 Series Grand Limousine's design is that it resembles the regular 3 Series to the core, barring the increased wheelbase to enhance the cabin space. The 3 Series Limo gets 110mm longer wheelbase, which makes it the longest sedan in its segment and is just 171mm shy of being a 5-meter sedan. A height of 1463mm gives it a low slung stance. The rest of the elements are mostly the same. At the front is the large BMW kidney grille, enclosed in chrome surrounding and gets vertical chrome slats as well. Then is the BMW twin LED headlights with DRLs. The front also gets chrome surrounded horizontal T-shaped air intakes to add sporty touch. At the side is the elongated wheelbase, and all of 110mm are added to the rear doors for easy in and out of the sedan. A couple of body lines adds to the length, while 17-inch V-shape alloys look classy. The rear gets a rich looking profile thanks to the dual chrome mufflers, large wraparound tail lamps, horizontal T-elements and spoiler mimicking boot. Moving inside the cabin, since the biggest change is the legroom, we will start by talking about rear seats. Now while I'm someone who loves to drive a car myself, especially when it's a BMW, sitting at the rear seat of the limousine makes me realize it's not a bad place either, thanks to an extended wheelbase of 110mm that has generated an additional more than 40mm of legroom. The seats both at the front and back offer sumptuous cushioning and adds to the luxury touch thanks to the VERNASCA leather upholstery. The airy cabin with panoramic sunroof gives a sense of relaxed environment when sitting at the rear seat, a target audience BMW is looking to tap. Feature-wise, the 3 Series Grand Limousine gets ambient lighting, 3-zone climate control, a 12-inch digital instrument cluster, a 10.25-inch centrally mounted touchscreen infotainment system, wireless charging, among others. The two-tone cabin with aluminium brushed elements add to the finish, while the storage spaces are ample to keep your stuff. Boot space is rated at 480 liters. Now BMW is offering the 3 Series Grand Limousine with 2 engine options, both twin-turbo 2-liter engines, a petrol engine producing 258 bhp and 400 Nm of torque, and a diesel engine producing 190 bhp and 400 Nm of torque. Both these engines are mated to an 8-speed automatic gearbox. Now the model we got for our test drive run was a 320 LD powered by a diesel engine, and I absolutely love driving it, like I have been enjoying all the BMW cars of late. While I initially felt that the increased length has reduced some amount of driving fun from this limo version as compared to the regular 3 Series, this car grows on you slowly. The BMW 3 Series Grand Limo behaves in a very posh way if driven accordingly. However, there are driving modes like Eco, Comfort, Sport and Sport Plus to fiddle around and change your driving dynamics on touch of a button. The ride quality is supreme and you hardly notice any external ambience creep inside the cabin. The suspension is on a softer side to soak in most of the bumps and give you a plush ride quality. The steering, as usual, offers a balanced handling. Safety-wise, the BMW 3 Series Grand Limousine gets 6 airbags, attentiveness assistance, ABS with brake assist, dynamic stability control including dynamic traction control, cornering brake control, among others. So the BMW 3 Series Grand Limousine makes a perfect case for anyone looking to buy a luxury car with loads of cabin space and comfort but don't want to spend as much money on the 5 Series. Also, being a Beamer means you get the driving fun if you are willing to switch the seat occasionally with your chauffeur. So to conclude, it's a perfect front and rear seat car.